welcome to our YouTube channel. Let's talk procurement, learn, and talk supply chain. And today, this is our first Zoom meeting with the expert to learn about how to do the custom clearance in Dubai, especially for the medical product. We have with us Mr. Rahul Ravinder. Currently, Mr. Rahul is working as a team leader in procurement and logistic at Arabian Millennium Medical Trading Company. So his expertise lies in the supply chain management with the medical devices, surgical equipments, and the medical equipments sector in GCC. So his overall experience is 10 years, which is related to the medical fields. He has honored to work with the big leading companies like Medtronic, Johnson & Johnson, Stryker, and Zimmer Biomeds. So he's mostly focused on the procurement, logistic, and the custom clearance. So he's well aware about the regulatory department, how to do the clearance process. So we are honored to have you, Mr. Rahul, with us. So this is our
Thank
first
you, Shazwan.
episode.
Thank you for coming for us.
It's a pleasure. So you can share your thoughts before we start the process and understanding about the custom clearance and handling shipment in Dubai.
Regarding the clearance and the shipment handling, I've felt like it is almost all the same in all every GCC countries. We follow the same methods, like all the customs duties, documents required. Everything is almost the same. Only the amount differs in different countries. That's the difference. No, the amount difference, which I felt like I know now the in two countries. One is UAE and one is in Bahrain. There are slight amount difference, like UAE when it is compared to Bahrain, it's much cheaper for every documentation, everything, because the volume of the business is higher. The volume of
Okay.
incomings of the shipments, clearance, it's all getting easier in UAE compared to Bahrain, and the rates are quite cheaper. That's a
Okay.
major difference in the rates. Like for example, we need to pay in UAE, we have clearance charges of around 70, 75 dirhams for all the courier shipments. That's a minimum charge they have. Like when it comes to Bahrain, it goes up to uh 50 dinars, which is almost 500 dirhams for each shipment.
Oh, okay. It's huge amount.
Yeah, that's the difference. Like that's why it depends upon the volume of the business. Like
Mm-hmm.
Bahrain compared to Bahrain, UAE is having like I think maybe 10 times big business.
So we can say that the UAE is the best option to secure more money and reduce the cost in shipping and clearance and do better business in
Yes,
Dubai.
definitely.
Oh,
Definitely Dubai
perfect.
is having that much of capacity, that much of business running over here. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why the values, even for Bahrain or almost all the GCC, I think other than Saudi, Kuwait and Bahrain, Qatar, everyone depends upon the Jebel Ali port, especially seaport.
Oh,
And
okay.
also, it has become a hub for all the companies over here. Worldwide, it has become a hub. So they have everything coming here first, and from here it is redistributed throughout the GCC. Abu Dhabi is there, but Jebel Ali is the major part which we definitely we are having from Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi also some port. It comes to Abu Dhabi also. Later for Dubai, we have been seeing like it goes to Abu Dhabi, come back to Jebel Ali.
This is sound interesting to know about this one. So our audience love to hear about like shipping documentations when the shipment has been arranged, what is required, and how you choose a carrier. What is your due diligence? So can you share your thoughts also?
The shipping documents and requirements differ like in respective to the shipment mode select. Like if it comes to a courier shipment, which is less than, we normally go for like less than 50 kgs, we go for courier shipments only. In such cases, courier shipment doesn't need much of a documentation, just need an invoice copy and a packing list. All like
Mhm.
soft copies are enough for this. Just need a soft copy of invoice and packing list with HS code mentioned and country of origin. These two are
So,
mandatory.
do we need any kind of approval once HS code is mentioned on the courier shipment, or it is okay,
Yes.
it can be passed easily?
We need like depends upon the HS code. There are certain HS codes which comes under MOHAP, that means Ministry of Health and Prevention. The approval of
Mm-hmm.
MOHAP is required for certain HS codes, which is starting with 9018, 9021. Then one more, like few more HS codes are there which comes under MOH, especially for medical devices. In such
Mm,
cases, we
okay.
need to go for a MOH permit.
Okay.
in case of all shipments, even if it is courier, air, or sea.
Mm-hmm. Said about the MOH approval is required. So, what is MOH and how the MOH import permit works? What are the documents required? So, can you highlight more details so it will be good for the audience to understand?
Definitely, like MOH for almost every medical devices which we import, it's not only UAE, any country, there are
Mm-hmm.
regulatory approvals required from the MOH. So the major documents which is needed is the packing list and invoice with HS codes and ISO certificate, EZ certificate or FDA certificate, and a letter of authorization from the supplier to us saying that we are authorized to distribute it in this area, in this country particularly. So,
And
and the
also,
catalog.
I also heard that we have to register the product in UAE for
Yes,
under the health
definitely. That
authorities.
is, yes, that is a complete different procedure. Like we need to go for MOS classification first. The
Mm-hmm.
MO, like we have to submit all our documents regarding the product, the uh, catalogs, the approvals from the like EC certificate, FDA certificates, ISO certificates, and everything, and we have to
So,
submit the complete
do we
details.
need also the FDA ISO certificate for the MOH approval? Is it required even you have
Yes,
classification?
yes. Even if you have classification, we need to upload everything again into
Mm-hmm.
the MOS AP portal, where the first procedure in this complete import permit is like we have two separate permits we need to take.
Yeah,
First is the
okay.
permit before we import it. Now, before
Okay.
you start importing, we need to get an import permit, which
Mm-hmm.
requires like all these documents which I told, ISO certificate, EC certificate, letter of authorization, and the company's MOH registration certificate, trade license, and the pharmacist license.
Ah, okay.
These
And
documents
recently,
has to be uploaded.
okay, great. So recently we heard that they changed some documentation, MGR. There's something came up
Yeah, that is
MGR.
regarding to the EC certifications. There has been a
Mm-hmm.
change to MDR from
So
BSM.
those has been implemented already in UAE for the custom clearance purpose, or it is still in
Customs
process?
clearance,
Or
like it is not required. Actually, like we upload this EC certificate, whatever is available, which is valid.
mm-hmm.
Definitely, we have to upload.
Okay.
After you get the first permit depends upon each invoice. Like for example, if your shipment is having three or four invoices or multiple invoices, each
Mm-hmm.
invoices will be having one import permit. Like
Oh,
first
okay.
approval, like first approval for each invoices. Once you have the invoices, like all the approvals for example, you have four invoices are approved, then only you can go for a shipping permit.
So it means like if there are the one airbill, house airbill has five shipments, so we can make initial approval for the different for different invoices.
Invoice.
And once we have
Yes,
all the approvals on hand, then we will go for one final approval. So we'll merge all
yes,
those
that's
invoices into one. So then
one
we'll make
shipment.
a first permit. Yeah, one permit. Sorry.
Yes.
So we'll get the okay the one permit only. Okay. So what the documents are required in this one? What I hear like airbill copy or something like weight and dimension, chargeable
We
weight, like that. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, we need the first like we'll be first linking the initial permit
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be adding the packing list details. Like each box's details has to be entered separately.
Yeah, I forget to ask you, like you said, there was two permits. So one permit has some cost, or second also. Any cost
Yes.
involved in it? So it will be
Yeah,
good for the
the
audience
first
to know,
perm.
you know.
Definitely. The first permit will be having like each invoices you have to pay 100 plus
Oh,
the
okay.
taxes, the charges. That will be totally, it comes to 101 point something. That
Oh,
is a
okay.
normal charge for one permit. That is the first permit. Like when it comes to a second permit, we upload all these documents, like all the details of each boxes, like how many boxes ever you have for that. Like there'll be separate packing list that will has to be entered separately, like how much is the each weight, the total weight, and then we have to upload the airway bill
Mm-hmm.
and separately enter the available details. Then you have to go for the payment.
Okay.
And the
That's
payment
good.
will be a minimum of 200 or 2%, 1% of the total value, shipment value. So whichever is higher.
This is really interesting to know about this all information.
Once like this is the first part, like there is another
Mm-hmm.
one more part when it comes like there is another payment which we require once the shipment is here. Once the shipment is cleared, these custom documents will be forwarded to the MOFIC payment, like it's a Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We need to
Okay.
have an attestation of the invoice and the country of origin, the certificate of origin.
Okay. This is
So
new
it
thing
is
in
like a
UAE.
new procedure. Yes, it's a new
Okay.
procedure they started.
Mm-hmm.
So it was implemented before 2000, I think it's 14, from 14 or some 18, it has been implemented, but it
Mm-hmm.
came into the complete picture right now. Like I think from last October, we
Mm-hmm.
need to pay for the invoice and a certificate of origin attestation.
Is there any
That,
failure? Is there any penalty on the failures? Like if some companies
yes,
forget to do
definitely.
the attestation? Okay.
Yes. We have to, like, this is a new portal which they have started, which is called as EDAS 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
So when a shipment is cleared, the customs will forward the same documents to EDAS, which is
Mm-hmm.
automatically get reflected. We don't need to enter anything. Whatever shipments which is above 10,000 AED, that's a point.
Okay.
Above
Okay.
10,000 AED will be
Mm-hmm.
reflecting on your EDAS dashboard.
So if less than 10,000, so no need to do that attestation,
No,
yeah?
no attestation required. Yeah.
Okay. So it's interesting. It's a new way to generate more
Yes.
control on the documentations and more
Yes.
control on the inbounds. That
Yes.
sound good.
Previously we had this, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like we need to enter from our side. So there has been
Okay.
like there can be mishaps like if you don't enter, it will go. We may not be knowing it. Later it comes as a
Mm-hmm.
fine. But nowadays, like after October,
How
when
much is
they
the fine
introduced
for
this,
this one? Because it's a
if
new
after
procedure.
in the new procedure within 14 days, if you don't pay it, you'll get a
Mm.
fine of 500 dirhams per
Oh,
invoice.
it's huge.
Yes. So now the MOFIC, the fee basically is like for one shipment, there will be one fee for one invoice attestation and one certificate of origin attestation. Both together, if the shipment is having only one invoice, the amount will be 300 plus the
Mm-hmm.
charges. Totally, it comes up to 304 for single shipment. And
Okay.
depending upon each in like number of invoices are increasing, that 150 will be going up. Certificate of origin, only one. The number of invoices into 150.
So
That
it
will be
means
the total
like
charge.
each document will be attestation will be required, and each
Yes.
document attestation has a cost, which is 105, yeah, dirham.
Yes. Yes.
So it will multiply
This
with the
these
seven
all
invoices. Uh,
yes. That is right. This
so
all
another
comes
challenge.
automatically.
So
Yes.
another
And that
challenge
you
for
can't
the.
omit anything. You can't omit anything. Everything comes automatically from the customs.
Okay, that's good. So at least it seems like UAE is very control process, having control process, we
Yes.
can say, or they are monitoring each and everything getting into their
Yes.
land.
Yes. That's
That's
right.
interesting. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So since this is a cost involved for the Muafiq attestation, as you said, the Ministry of Finance.
Yes.
So overall cost will
Foreign
be
Ministry
increased. So
of
it
Foreign
means
Affairs.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Thank you for correcting me.
Yes.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So since
Yes.
this cost is involved, so what else other cost is participating to adding the more value to the company or more cost to the company?
The other part is like when it comes to the clearance, the
Mm-hmm.
customs clearance charges. Like it also depends upon the mode of shipment you select. Like for the
Mm-hmm.
courier, the like everything will be having an inspection charge. There is a
Okay.
customs inspection charge for every shipment. And also there will be like other charges like handling charges and like bill of entry. Bill of entry charges, definitely it will be for all the type of shipments. It's like around 50 to 75 dirhams max. It comes. And other thing is like some courier companies will be charging you a disbursement fee. Like for
Okay.
example, UPS charge. UPS is having more charges on this disbursement and other charges, which
Mm-hmm.
FedEx and DHL has not charged until now.
Okay.
So it depends upon the mode of shipments and the companies, the courier companies.
Mm-hmm.
The inspection charges, everything will be different.
So sound good. Thank you for your time, and this is really interesting to understand about the shipping document and clearance process. Last but not least, I have another question. Like this clearance process is done by the company itself, or is that you have any representative who will do all this process for you? So how it goes, if you just precisely close this chapter for the audience to have better understanding, so it will be helpful also for them.
Right now, like it depends upon the company which you have. Like we can have our in-house clearance team, which can do like with the licensing, all the procedure. We can do it by our own people, and also by the third party, where you give an authorization letter to the third party to do all the clearance for us. All
Hmm.
the clearance procedure can be taken care by them.
Okay,
So
great.
just an authorization letter is fine for them.
Thank you so much for the interesting information, which I was even not aware about this new regulatory and new procedures in Dubai for the shipping clearance. So we learn about that any shipments we are getting into the UAE related to the medical devices, we need the MOH permit. If your HS code is fall under 90901 or 910, as Mr. Rahul explained in the beginning of this video, and there are certain documents required for MOH permit. So remember that without permit, you cannot take your shipment into the UAE land. So before you are hitting the surprises, please make sure that your all products has been classified and registered in the Ministry of Health. So thank you for watching. If this video is really helpful for you, you can like and subscribe. If you have other comments, you can put your remarks, and we will be back in another episode with Mr. Rahul. Thank you for watching.